Hey there. Well, you guys, it's Sunday evening and it has rained all day long. There's flooding out there and it's just joyous and wonderful. Lightning just showed up. I had started trying to make a video, but then he showed up and wanted in because he was in earlier and then he wanted out, and now he's all wet and muddy and oh God. So anyway, but I wanted to say that last night when I got to go and do the live stream with Linda on her Scottish ASMR Blueberry channel, it was so much fun. I enjoyed that so much. It was so nice to finally be able to actually talk with her and, have a conversation, like be able to talk back and forth without it just being, typing in a chat. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so wonderful. And I'm so thankful to her for helping me out with my channel, because she helped me out once before when she did a collaboration with me for my ASMR channel. Um, we did a collaboration together, which brought some more people to my channel, which I'm so thankful for. And now some of those people are on this channel, and I appreciate that so much. It makes me so happy, and it makes me feel good that there are people that actually want to listen to my rambles. So thank you for being here. Oh, hang on a second. Let me hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to deal with lightning. Oh, brother. But anyway, I'm just so thankful for everybody that's here, because this channel is just, it means so much to me. I know I keep reiterating that over and over again, but it's because it's true. It's like, it really is, it just makes me so happy to do this channel and to just have an opportunity to just be me and talk about stuff, and I really appreciate it when you guys are commenting and giving me some feedback and everything. It means the world to me. But anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I just wanted to express that because it's really something that I'm thinking about a lot these days, and it's important that you know that. But anyway, but what I was saying about, Linda and her channel is ever since I started watching her live streams, I feel like I'm part of a family. I don't always get in the chat and talk, because sometimes I'll be listening to her live stream and kind of watching while I'm doing my dishes or something like that. So I'm not always like involved in the chat, but I still feel like I'm a part of it. And I love that feeling. And last night, just being able to actually be in there talking with her and laughing and everything, it was just so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And if she happens to see this, thank you, Linda. I just love you. I really do. I love her so much. She really means a lot to me, and I don't think if she even really realizes that, I really think of her as a very special, special friend, even though I've never met her in person. And I've only talked to her up until last night. I'd only talked to her in, just typing in chats and stuff. But she means a lot to me. And so I think it's important that she knows that. And her doing those live chats has really just helped me to feel like I'm a part of something. And that is important to me. So anyway, I didn't mean to ramble on about all that for so long, but um, but as far as today goes, I didn't go anywhere. I mean, it has just been just torrential rain all day long, and the streets are flooded, and it's really difficult when you are riding a bicycle to go out in this kind of weather. I mean, I have had to do it. I've said that before too, that I have had to, go out on my bicycle in this stuff, but I try not to whenever possible, because it is just, it gets deep out there. So, yeah, and my friend Jackie, that came over for my birthday, she was messaging me earlier and said that things were really flooded at her place, and she was trying to like move her car to some like higher ground because the water was already getting up into her engine and everything. And I just hope that her car hasn't been damaged or anything from the water, because I mean, it's bad. And I've been to her house, and even though she lives kind of higher up than where I am, she's down kind of sort of at the foot of a mountain, or, I don't know if it's at the foot of the mountain, but, there is like mountain area that's like above her. And so, that water, when it comes down, it's like, coming down the mountain, and she ends up with a lot of flooding every year. So I just hope that her place isn't being damaged from it. But, and I hope mine doesn't get that way, because last year it got a little scary over here. We had so much rain that it was like starting to come into like our driveway area out here and stuff. I mean, it was just solid water out there, and it was getting kind of deep. So I was like really paranoid that it was going to start coming up into the house, and thankfully it didn't. And I hope it's not going to this time, because I mean, this rain just doesn't seem to want to stop. It just keeps going and going, and it makes me sleepy. That's the other thing too. It's like this kind of weather just really makes me sleepy, and I don't really feel like doing much of anything. But I'm trying to get myself motivated here, because I'm gonna attempt to do an ASMR video tonight if I can. I'm gonna try to. I mean, I have an idea of what I want to do, but it's gonna require a lot of setup and preparation. So I'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, the cats are sleeping. Lightning just went back outside. He never can decide if he wants to be in or out. So most of the time, he comes in, he cries at me. He eats, and I'll feed him, or he eats out of the little food dispenser thing over here, and then he usually just goes back out. So, but I have a patio out here that's covered, and most of the time he just goes out there and lays up on the table or something, so he can stay dry if he wants to. But I think sometimes he doesn't care too much, I don't think, about getting wet, because he'll go out in the rain and wander off and go do whatever he does. But I mean, he's a sweetheart. He really is. But sometimes it gets a little annoying, this in and out thing all the time. He's like, he'll come inside, and then a few minutes later, he'll want to go back outside. And then I'll get started doing something, and I'll hear him at the door again, wanting back in. It's just like, And I've told him, I'm like, this is not a revolving door, okay? I have other things to do besides just constantly being the doorman, and just standing here waiting for you to go in or out, whatever you're deciding to do at the moment. So, oh, yeah. And no, I'm not going to get a pet door, because for one, I couldn't anyway, because I have a sliding glass door in the front. And the back door, I mean, I guess I could put one back there, but I'm not going to, because I don't want my indoor cats going out. So he's the only one that goes out, just because he's always been an outdoor cat, so that's just what he does. He likes being out there. So, I didn't try to take that away from him because of that reason. It's like, I'm not even really 100% sure of his age. I asked the vet when he went in for his eye surgery and all that stuff. I said, do you know how old he is? And at the time, they said he was, somewhere between 2 and 4 years old. They, couldn't determine exactly, but they said somewhere between 2 and 4. So, all the time before I came along, he's always been outside. So it just made sense to let him be, if that's what he wants. So that's what I do. But yeah, with all this rain, I'm kind of stuck here most of the time. And tomorrow I've got to go out because I don't really have much here to eat or anything. I've said it in another video that it's like I don't really keep a lot of food in the house because I've got a really small refrigerator. I mean, it looks like a normal size refrigerator until you open it. And it's like really small in there. So the freezer doesn't have much space and the bottom part doesn't have much space. So you can't really, stock up on things that need to be refrigerated or anything. And so I kind of go out and do my shopping on an as needed basis. And when the weather's like this, I try to get stuff in the house as much as I can, but which I thought I was going to do today. But it didn't quite happen that way. And I don't know what the forecast is for tomorrow. But I may have to go out in this regardless because I had one little tiny piece of pork that I had in the freezer because I had bought some a while back and I cut it. It was like a big piece, and I cut it into slices and wrapped them up and put some in the freezer. Well, I only had one little tiny one left. And I had just a little teeny tiny bit of French fries left in my bag in the freezer. So I made that for dinner. That's what I had for dinner. But that's it. I mean, other than like cereal or Pop-Tarts, I don't really have anything else in here to eat. And so tomorrow I've got to go. Oh, and I'm almost out of cat food too. So I hope the weather will get better because it's not fun. I love to ride my bike, but not when the weather's like this and not when the streets are flooded. When the roads are all flooded out like that, it's not fun because sometimes you can't really see what you're riding on. So you can't tell, if you're going to ride over something sharp or a pothole or whatever. And it's just it's difficult. So I'm just hoping that things are going to clear up by tomorrow because, ugh, yuck. Thank goodness I have a raincoat and I do have my little slip-on things that I can put over my shoes to try to keep them from being soaked. But it's still not fun, even with that. So anyway, I don't mean to sit here and just ramble on about the weather because I'm sure that's probably not all that exciting. And I have some other stuff that I want to talk about in another video, but I figured I'd just wait and just make a video specifically about some things because I had mentioned some stuff in a prior video and someone commented that they wish I would talk more about that stuff, and so I'm planning to do that because there are things that certain topics that I would like to talk about in more detail. So I plan to do that, and hopefully you'll be interested in it and want to hear what I have to say or whatever. And I always like it too whenever I'm talking about something. If you relate to something I'm talking about, let me know. Tell me in the comments. How you understand what I'm saying, or if it relates to you in some way. Because I like to hear what other people have to say about it. So anyway, I guess I'm going to get off of here and attempt to set up for this video that I want to make, and I hope it turns out all right. I'm hoping it will, because it is going to be it's going to be a process to get it set up, but I've done a couple of them already just like it, but it's going to be kind of like a part 3 to a 2-parter that I've already done on my other channel. So anyhow, thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it, and I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend, what's left of it, and I will see you again soon. Bye.